Hello class 8 students, we have come to the end of the chapter, The Two Gentlemen of Verona. Uh, so far we have seen that how all the confusion was there, the betrayal of Proteus, and then the banishment of Valentine, and how this Proteus tries to serenade Lady Sylvia. Lady Sylvia refuses, and then Julia engages herself as a page and to Proteus, and Proteus, without recognizing, sends with her all gifts and letters, and also the parting ring of Julia, but Sylvia does not accept that. She gives a purse for Julia, and then Valentine falls into the hands of robbers, but he also becomes the captain of the robbers. Then Sylvia also falls in the hands of robbers, but then rescued by Proteus. And when Valentine comes into the scene and sees him trying to convince Sylvia about his love, he feels very ashamed and feels guilty and asks for forgiveness. Valentine forgives and says that he also gives up all claims. Hearing this, Julia faints, and when she regains consciousness, she gives the parting ring of Proteus to him. Proteus recognizes him, and he realizes that it's none other than Julia, and once again he wants to accept Julia back into his life. His love for Julia returns, and he also says that only Sylvia deserves Valentine and nobody else. And when they are in this happening, they are once again very happy that they have reunited and their friendship is back, and how faithful the ladies have been. Thurio and the Duke of Milan appears in the scene, and Thurio tries to catch hold of Sylvia, but then Valentine warns him that you better stay away from her, else I'll kill you. And Thurio, like a coward, goes away, and he says that it's only a fool will try to save a lady who doesn't even love him. So there we had stopped. The Duke, who was a very brave man himself, said now in great anger, "The more base and degenerate in you to take such means for her as to have done and leave her on such slight conditions." So in a word, what the Duke said is that Thurio, I cannot even imagine that you are such a coward. Wherein you somebody threatens you and you immediately draw back and you say that it's a fool will only do that. I never accepted that, and you should be ashamed of yourself that under such slight conditions that just a threatening can terrify you to such an extent that you just drew back. Then turning to Valentine, he said, "I do applaud your spirit, Valentine, and think you worthy of an empress's love. You shall have Sylvia, for you have well deserved her." So ultimately, the Duke approves of the relationship of Valentine and Sylvia, and he says that, "Yes, Valentine, you truly deserve Sylvia and nobody else." Valentine then, with great humility, kissed the Duke's hand and accepted the noble present which he had made him of his daughter with becoming thankfulness taking occasion of this joyful minute to entreat the good-humoured Duke to pardon the thieves with whom he had associated in the forest, assuring him that when reformed and restored to society, there would be found among them many good and fit for great employment, for most of them had been banished like Valentine for state offences rather than for any black crimes they had been guilty of. So Valentine is really thankful to the Duke for having given his daughter's hand to him, and so he kisses the hand, and at the same time Valentine requests the Duke that let these robbers be pardoned. Pardoned in the sense, whatever they have done, they have to face the as per the law, they have to face that punishment, but they should be assured that when they come back reformed, they means he said that you will find that many of them is fit for employment. That is, many of them are quite good, and they can be brought into the main fold of the society. And the main thing is that most of them, they are not criminal in that way, but they have done some offense, means they have done some wrong deeds, but which cannot be called criminal offense, and such which are actually state offenses. So he requests the Duke to pardon them. To this the ready Duke consented, and now nothing remained but that Proteus, the false friend, was ordained by way of penance for his love-prompted faults to be present at the recital of the whole story of his loves and falsehood before the Duke. So, and what was Proteus's punishment? That he had to, accept before everybody, or rather he had to confess before everybody what he had done, how he had betrayed his friend, and how he had been unfaithful to his Julie. And the shame of the recital to his awakened consciousness was judged sufficient punishment, which being done, the lovers all four returned back to Milan, and their nuptials is marriage, was solemnized in the presence of Duke and high triumph and feasting. So after this, everything ended in a very happy note. All the two marriages took place under the presence of the Duke, and there was a lot of fun and enjoyment. And with this we come to the end of the chapter, Two Gentlemen in Verona. Hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you.